Right, the time now is 11:54 and 30 seconds here in Korea. We're only just a few minutes away from ringing in 2020. Let's connect back to our Lee Kyung-eun, who is at Bosingak Pavilion, and for more on the atmosphere ahead of the actual ringing ceremony. Kyung-eun, what's the atmosphere like there now? Only just over 5 minutes to go.
Yes, we're inching closer to the highlight of tonight's event, which is the actual bell ringing ceremony that will kick off in just about a minute or so. And here, some 100,000 people have come here to celebrate the coming of New Year. So it is definitely the epicenter of the New Year celebration. And tonight, people are especially excited about the lineup. We have to talk about the giant penguin character, Pengsu. Pengsu is a YouTube star and one of the most popular characters in South Korea for its crazy sense of humor. And also we have the famous Major League Baseball player Ryu Hyun-jin joining in the ceremony, and he was a surprise last-minute addition to the lineup. And there are also going to be 10 other notable citizens, and Seoul Mayor Park Won-soon will also attend. And now there is going to be a countdown right before midnight, and when the clock is exactly at midnight, that's when the bell will ring 33 times, marking the start of the brand new year. So guys, it is really the last few minutes of 2019, and I hope everyone spends it well, and welcome a Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to you.
Thank you, Kyung-eun, and Happy New Year to you too. And thank you for filling us in on the latest from Bosingak, braving the cold the entire evening. Hope you didn't catch a cold today. Now, we're literally just moments away from the new year, the year of the rat, which opens up a new 12-year cycle of animals in the Chinese zodiac. Year 2020 will also mark the beginning of the new decade.
And just to give you more information about the bell ringing ceremony, the bell will be rung 33 times, which also has significant meaning in Buddhism, and the bell ringing tradition actually dates back to the Joseon dynasty. The Bosingak bell was rung 33 times at 4 a.m. back then to signal the end of the night curfew and the start of the new day. It would notify people that the gates around Seoul, namely the main 4 gates and 4 smaller gates, would open and close. The bell is now rung in modern day times only on special occasions, including Foundation Day, Liberation Day, and New Year's Day.
Right, every year the bell ringing ceremony invites some famous faces to join Seoul city officials. This year we can see we are expecting South Korean pitcher Ryu Hyun-jin to take part as well. He's had a very good year with the LA Dodgers and will be sure to make new strides in his new club, the Toronto Blue Jays. And of course, as our Lee Kyung-eun just mentioned in her reporting, the giant penguin character Pengsu will also appear for the traditional ceremony. Now we can see hundreds, if not thousands, of people gathered at the Bosingak Pavilion in central Seoul to witness the ringing of the Bosingak bell firsthand, to witness the traditional bell ringing ceremony firsthand.
And there we can see a glimpse of the mega hit star or character that is Pengsu. The
giant penguin
the
character.
Giant penguin is hard to miss.
My daughter is a huge fan of Pengsu, by the way.
Yeah, and he's not just beloved by young people as well. He's also quite popular amongst adults as well, because he has a few jokes up his sleeve that relates to the older generation. There we can't see their faces, but I presume they are some Seoul city officials. We can see Park Won-soon, Seoul City Mayor, there as well, along with Michael Reiterer, the EU's ambassador to South Korea. We can just see the back of his head, unfortunately, at the moment. He's just turned to his left now. In the middle, we can see the giant object that is going to be used to ring the bell to usher in the year 2020, which happens to be the year of the rat, and out of the rat, a special white rat. It's the year of the white rat, which comes every 60 years. And 2019 saw the year of the golden pig as well, which is also a rare occasion. So this year, according to the Chinese calendar, another special year will be marked then. Now, we only have counting down. Only 30 seconds left, and I believe the countdown will start from 15 seconds to midnight, and we will witness the ringing of the Bosingak at the Bosingak Belfry in central Seoul in Chongno. So we'll just keep our eyes on that. I think they're gearing up. The crowd.
And before the countdown begins, as you've mentioned, Aram, a white rat was regarded as a symbol of luck for its rarity and uniqueness. And I believe the countdown has now begun.
And there it is, the bell to welcome 2020, the year of the rat, has been rung. As we said, it will be rung a total of 33 times. Team effort is being made there. I must say, Pengsu certainly does stand out among the crowd there. And then, yeah.
And the number 33, just for our viewers who have just joined us, the number 33 has special meaning in Buddhism, and the bell ringing tradition dates back to the Joseon dynasty. It's a very unique tradition of South Korea. The Bosingak bell was rung 33 times at 4 a.m. to signal the end of the night curfew and start of the new day. So it would notify people that the gates around Seoul were being opened and closed.
Right, and as I mentioned before, now it is only reserved for days like today, the ushering of the new year, as well as Foundation Day and Liberation Day. And every year the bell ringing ceremony, as we can see there, invites some notable figures, and among them, at the front is Seoul City Mayor Park Won-soon. In the dark green is the EU's ambassador to South Korea, Michael Reuterer, and also forensic psychologist Lee Soo-jung is among them. South Korean pitcher Ryu Hyun-jin also among that crowd as well. He's had a really good season with the LA Dodgers, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but he's pursuing other endeavors at the Toronto Blue Jays in Canada, and we wish him the best over there as well. And it's certainly been a good year for Korean sports athletes based overseas as well.
Year 2020 happens to be the year of the rat, and specifically the white rat, which comes every 60 years. The animal legend signifies wealth and intelligence. And those who are familiar with the legend will know that the rat was the winner of the so-called Great Race. So 2020 is not only the start of a new decade, but also opens up a new 12-year cycle of animals in the Chinese zodiac.
And as we can see, there has been an exchange of people. There is on a rotational basis, and we can see other famous faces and Seoul City officials taking turns to ring the bell. Only, I think, about 10 or I think we're halfway through the bell ringing ceremony. As we mentioned before, it is being rung a total of 33 times, a number that is holds significant meaning in Buddhism as well as in Korean history as well. Now, coming back to the year of the rat, according to ancient Asian history, a white rat, which is the year 2020, was regarded as the symbol of luck for its rarity and uniqueness. And we certainly do hope, everyone here at Arirang do hope all of our viewers for the new year are filled with good luck, joy and happiness, as well as a healthy and wealthy new year. And as a news anchor who witnessed daily developments in Korea and abroad, I do truly hope that Korea and the world can paint a brighter picture politically and economically.
Right, the year has been filled with unprecedented events, but it was also full of difficulties and challenges for South Korea. So let's hope things will take a better turn as we ring in the new year. Now, Adam, what was the most memorable moment for you during 2019? For me personally, it was the historic handshake between Kim Jong-un and President Trump.
Yeah, that certainly was a momentous occasion for the year, an historic occasion. And for me, personally, it was more on the cultural front, actually. I mean, Korean films have also proved to be very successful this year, namely director Bong Joon-ho's
Right.
Parasite. I mean, a lot of Korean films in the past have gained worldwide popularity and have been on the global stage. But I don't think I've seen anything on this scale when it came to Parasite.
Right,
I mean, it's
right.
just award after award, not to mention the top prize at the Cannes Film Festival, the Palme d'Or.
And now it's eyeing for the Oscars, which
Yeah.
is also unprecedented for a South Korean film.
Now, another rotation is being held now. The third team of people to continue ringing the Bosingak bell at the Bosingak Belfry, and we are in the third stage of the ringing ceremony. And as is customary in Korea, the New Year is often an occasion where the traditional Korean attire of hanbok is worn as well, which we can see there on your television screens. And yeah, back to your question, yeah, Parasite was an especially memorable film for me. I saw it and I did think it was well deserved of all the praise that it did get and all the global awards. I've lost count of how many it's won now. And we've just heard that it is the 27th and now the 28th ring is coming. So we are nearly at the end of the 33 rings of the Bosingak bell.
Now, I must add, Mr. Darcy Packett, the interpreter who interpreted translated the movie Parasite, came into Arirang studio for our news indent.
Yes,
and
he did,
so
yeah.
An interview with him was definitely memorable. And boy band BTS, we can't leave out our BTS.
Certainly not, no.
Also made it big on the global stage. Let's hope the K-pop sensation success will also continue into the year 2020. Just 3 more rings to go now. Quite a long but meaningful and unique tradition of ushering in the new year in South Korea.
I've always wondered, that must be quite a workout in itself. I mean, the object does look very heavy. I think this is the last ring to usher in the new year of 2020.
I can't believe it's already a new decade.
Sorry, corrections, it was the penultimate ring, and I think now will be the last ring to usher in the new year.
Usher in the new year, the year 2020, as well as ushering in the new decade. I cannot believe how fast time
It
flies.
certainly has flown by this year.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
The year 2020 has finally arrived.